Hey guys, it's Bobby Legs, and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. And today I will be reviewing the Guinand Series 40 Klassik Chronograph. Now, if you're saying to yourself that this watch looks a whole lot like a Sinn 103, then you're onto something. Guinand is a German brand, but it once was a Swiss brand, and it once made watches in the 60s and 70s for Sinn. Now, when Helmut Sinn retired and sold off the brand a few years after that, he took over Guinand and brought him over to Germany. So as you can see, there is a lot of design cues that both brands share. Now, before I get into the review, please remember to like and subscribe and click that bell icon to get notifications every time I upload new videos. I love making these videos, and I hope you like them too. Now let's get on with the review. Now let's jump right into the specs. We have a 40.6 millimeter case diameter, 48.4 millimeter lug to lug, 15.2 millimeter case thickness. We do have a slightly domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating in the interior, 20 millimeter lug width. This is a stainless steel case with a screw down case back and sapphire exhibition glass here. And it is powered, this watch is powered by the Valjoux 7750. On the website it indicates either the 7750 or the Sellita 500. I guess it depends on what they have in stock. I purchased this directly through Guinand, so I reached out to them before I made that purchase and to ensure that I got the 7750. It's just my preference. It's a self-winding mechanical movement. Chronograph function, 25 joule, 28,800 beats per hour. Power reserve around 48 hours. Shock resistance as per DIN 8308. Anti-magnetic as per DIN 8309. These are German standards. The movement is decorated, as you can see, blued screws and engraved Guinand on the rotor. Now let's turn this around, and the bezel is this friction-based bezel that is bidirectional. So you can get really accurate when you want to time something. And speaking of timing, let's engage that chrono function. Now, as you can see here, the hands are this syringe style hands, and those pointy ends of it really, you can really get accurate with the timing of things here. And you do have an arrow head on the chronosecond. The sub-registers have these stick hands, and at the 9 o'clock you have a running seconds. At the 12 o'clock you have a 30-minute counter, and at the 6 o'clock you do have a 12-hour counter. You have Guinand written right above the date and day window. The day is in German. You do have the option on their website to select an English version. Now you'll notice that some of these numbers are cut off by these sub-registers. Not a big deal for me. I know it can be a deal breaker for some with symmetry and all, but for me it's not a deal breaker. I really actually kind of like it. So as you notice, that 1 minute mark passed over here in the top register, and let's stop the chrono, and it snaps back. This watch is 200-meter water resistant because it does have a screw down crown. Now there are no screw downs over here in the pushers, so obviously I would not suggest engaging this underwater, but supposedly it is 20 bar or 200-meter water resistance. You unscrew the crown. The knurl on the crown is aggressive, so you can get a good grip. The first position winds it. The second position will change the date and day, and the third position, obviously, the time. Screwed in, 200-meter water resistance. And here's the watch on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. As you can see, these dimensions are really in the sweet spot for wearability on my wrist. So now we're entering the compliment sandwich portion of the review. And there's a whole lot of things I like about this watch. First of all, it's made in Germany. Second of all, Guinand, not really known here in the States. You're not going to see a whole lot of people wearing it, so it's kind of unique, and that is a draw for me. I also like the long history it shares with Sinn. They share design cues amongst other things. This watch is beautifully done and beautifully finished like Sinn, and so is the movement, the ETA 7750, which I am a fan of. Now, where I can see some improvement here, and really there's not much in my opinion, but and this is not even close to being a deal breaker. It is more of a nice to have. Well, with these pushers, if you're going to tout 200-meter water resistance, I would like to see some more like a screw-in feature here to ensure that you can't engage the pushers if you're underwater. Not that you would go underwater with this watch, but just in case you do. And finally, to round out the compliment sandwich, I really like the price. Now, this watch, particular model with this brown strap, this is actually a Fluco rubber racing strap that I put on that I really, really like. But this watch with this strap was €13.55, and then they added €65 for shipping. So with the import tax I had to pay, and you convert it into dollars, it was $1,800 on the nose. This same watch, if it had Sinn written on it, would be at least $500 more. So I like a good deal, and I think that Guinand presented itself pretty well. A really nice package for the price. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about Guinand. You may not know much, but let me know what you think, and let me know what you think about this watch in particular compared to the Sinn 103. I would love to hear what you say. I love connecting with you guys. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video.